In software development, non-functional requirements define the quality attributes that determine how well a software system operates in real-world conditions. They do not describe specific features or user actions, but instead set expectations for performance, security, reliability, and other system-wide behaviors. These requirements influence technical decisions long before any code is written. Non-functional requirements shape the system architecture. Choices like microservices versus monoliths, cloud versus on-premise, or synchronous versus asynchronous communication are often driven by needs such as scalability, availability, and fault tolerance. Even if two systems deliver the same features, their architectures may differ greatly because of different non-functional goals. Performance is a critical non-functional requirement in software development. It includes response time, load handling, and resource usage. For example, an API may be required to respond within 200 milliseconds under normal load, which directly affects technology selection, caching strategies, and database design. Scalability in software development defines how the system behaves as usage grows. A system designed without scalability requirements may work well in development or early production, but fail under real user traffic. Clear scalability requirements help teams design for growth rather than react to problems later. Reliability and availability are especially important in production software. These requirements specify how often failures are acceptable and how quickly the system must recover. They really drive practices such as redundancy, automated monitoring, and incident response planning. Security non-functional requirements are essential in modern software development. They define how user data is protected, how access is controlled, and how vulnerabilities are handled. Security requirements often come from regulatory standards, industry best practices, or organizational policies. Usability and accessibility requirements affect how users interact with the software. In development, this influences UI design, navigation flows, error messages, and accessibility support. Software that is difficult to use or excludes certain users may fail, regardless of how well its core features work. Maintainability is a long-term concern in software development. Non-functional requirements in this area influence code quality, testing practices, documentation, and modularity. Maintainable systems allow teams to deliver changes faster and with lower risk over time. Testability is another non-functional requirement closely tied to development practices. Software that is easy to test supports automated testing, faster feedback, and higher confidence in releases. This affects how components are designed and how dependencies are managed. Non-functional requirements must be measurable to be effective in software development. Vague statements like "the system should be fast" provide little guidance. Clear metrics, such as response times or uptime targets, allow teams to validate success objectively. Ultimately, in software development, non-functional requirements ensure that software is not just functional, but fit for purpose. They guide engineering decisions, reduce risk, and align technical outcomes with business and user expectations.